Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Barbara's Stamp Pad. My name is Barbara Ragsdale, and I bring to you every Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time pre-recorded videos in order to show you what you can do with your Stampin' Up! Products. So we are going to be finishing up layout number 53, which is, by the way, the second layout that I have done with the Gone Fishing Designer Series paper, which, by the way, in the month of June, it is on sale. June of 2023, by the way, just June of 2023. It is on sale for $10.62, and you get a full 12 by 12 package. Normally, I believe it's $12.50. You might want to check the supply list. After June, it goes back up to $12.50. But if you've enjoyed the last layout and you're enjoying this layout, then you'll want to grab some of this paper before it is no longer on sale. And you can still get it even when it's not on sale, but still, hey, save a buck here and there. But anyway, this is page 1. I don't know why I pulled it away. I don't know why I pulled it away, but this is page 1, and we're going to be wrapping up page 2 this morning. Today is Wednesday, June the 14th. I'm looking at my calendar right now. So, and it is you can tell the sun's kind of breaking right now. So it's going to be hot. We have 100-degree weather coming our way. And so, yeah. So it's time to stay inside, stay hydrated, the whole 9 yards. But anyway, let's get started. I'm going to do the drawing after the video. And let me go ahead and show you what the prize is. It is going to be the Twisted Rope 3D embossing folder. And this is the same embossing folder that comes with the Sweet collection. It's also the same embossing folder that we're going to be using again in today's layout. So I just wanted to show the prize, and then stay tuned towards the end of the video, and we will be doing the drawing for that. So let's go ahead and get started with our layout. I like to try to keep these videos to about 30 minutes or less. And the babies are already starting to meow, meow, meow. I'm going to try to get through this and try to talk a little lower so they don't hear me. Okay, so what are we going to start with? I'm going to work with, this time, I'm going to work from my left to right. I think I did that the same time last week's layout video, but this time I'm doing it because I want to try to line up my spacing between the two layouts and the height and down here. Y'all know me, I pretty much eyeball things, and so sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And let me clean this. My glue, the end of my glue dried. Ew, that was kind of yucky there. So let's get some adhesive. I like to use my all-purpose, multi-purpose glue. That way you can slide things into place, and it just makes it easy. When you use our seal, you pretty much have to get it spot on the first time, because once it sticks to this cardstock, it ain't going nowhere, right? All right, so I'm just kind of eyeballing it, trying to leave about a 1/2 inch. And then once I think I have it lined up, then I'm going to give it a little bit of pressure. That way it sticks down. All right, then, so the next thing is, it's almost going to have the same mirror image as page number 1, but the next thing I'm going to put down is my piece of Mossy Meadow cardstock that's been embossed with the Twisted Rope 3D embossing folder. It's also the same price. I did have to flip it so that it would emboss this part, and then I flipped it around and then got the other part, and there's a small little overlap, and that's okay, because in most cases things like that get covered up, so I'm not going to be too worried about that. But let's get some adhesive on here, And let me also remind you that this video is pre-recorded. It just looks like I'm live. So I'm not, there's no comments for me to, there's no comments for me to look at. And so I hope you do enjoy the video. I'm just here to inspire you. By the way, all the measurements are in the supply list. So I know these are going to be the same measurements as last week. So the measurements for what everything I'm laying down, those are in last week's video. So if you have about 30 minutes extra time today and you want to go back and watch that video, go back and watch the replay. All right, let's go. I'm going to put this one on next. And honestly, I think it goes this way. I'm going to try to get it right side up. The print on this this map piece of designer series paper, it is it's very hard to read, but like you have to, like, at least for me, I had to hold it like way back to get some kind of sense of like, is this up or down? Is this up or down? All right. And then we're going to put on this last piece. And then I have something to do at the end, but I'm telling you, I was struggling with the size and yeah. I just I'm gonna decide to do something very different at the end, and I didn't print something before I got started. So all right, I think this looks pretty good. I got all my pieces down that are basically the mirror image of page number 1. So now let's move this up a little bit. So now we got a nice, couple of layers to work with here. What we're going to do first is I've got some mats. So I've got three larger mats and then a smaller mat, because I just happen to have, after I cut these other pieces, I had another small piece that could easily mat onto another one of the scrap pieces that I cut. So I thought, oh, this will be perfect for a really small picture, or it could also be a journaling box as well. So I'm going to use my seal for this, because I think I'm pretty good with lining up on my mats. These mats are the same as page 1. So the Mossy Meadow is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, and my Very Vanilla is 3 by 3. And so I got a couple of them. And on this mat and this larger mat, I did emboss with the Twisted Rope 3D embossing folder. Now you can barely see just around the edge, and I did that just, oh, that's kind of crooked, Barbara. I did that just so that it could kind of break up just the flatness of the cardstock. All right, and on these, we're going to continue with what we did on page 1. I was pulling this sheet of dimensionals, and it was really sticking, you guys. And I was like, what in the world? So apparently I had some other dimensionals, and I just stuck them, who knows? I stuck them on top of that one, and then before you know it, it was sticking to everything else, and it pulled a couple of dimensionals off. I was like, this is just a series of unfortunate events here. Oh, this one right here, I was like, this one doesn't feel embossed. This one is not embossed, and I'm going to tell you why. When I was putting this thing together, I was like, let me not do this one. This one right here is not embossed, because this one I'm going to put over here. And let me bring this back so that there's at least some sort of This one is supposed to be right around here. I wanted to put it kind of centered um, here, but I also wanted it to kind of sort of line up with, not line up, but like be in the center of this dad piece over here from page 1. Okay, so that gives me an idea where I need to put that. This one is just a smaller mat. Let me give you the measurements for this one. This piece, like I said, they'll be in the supply list. This piece is 2 1/4 by 3 1/4. So that tells me that this one is 2 by 3. And like I said, this is going to be perfect for a little picture, maybe a sticker, and maybe just a little bit of, a little bit of journaling. This one I'm going to put directly down. I'm not going to pop this one up on dimensionals. And this one is going to go this way. I'm going to put this one kind of in between, just to kind of straddle that piece of designer series paper. And then this last one that is embossed, we're going to put this one over here, just on the other side. And I might have to, let me see. Oh, that looks straight. I'm looking at my video to see if it's at least somewhat straight. And that looks somewhat straight. I was trying to line it up with this one over here. If you're a stickler for stuff like that, get your ruler out and just see if it's, it's a little off, but that's okay. I know y'all won't hold that against me. Okay, now that we have this size mat, this is going to be large enough for like a 3 by 5 photo. And I didn't have a measurement on page 1 for that one. So this one is 3 1/4 by 5 1/4. So this very vanilla mat is 3 by 5. Now, this piece right here can go either way. It can go vertical or it can go horizontal. Let's do this. And I did emboss the mat, so you can see a little bit of embossing right around the edges. And let's get some dimensionals on each of the corners. And I'm going to make it easy on myself this week, because y'all know last week I had a little bit of issue with my little banner cuts. Come on now, get off. So remember last week I had that extra piece of, well, maybe, I don't remember if I showed it or not, but anyway, I had an extra piece of the white herringbone ribbon. And this is the one that I used our blends to color with, and showed you how to do the double banner cut. When I folded the piece of ribbon and then I folded it in half and then snipped it, I was able to get a good banner cut, an even banner cut that's the exact same cut on each end. I'm going to go ahead and put these down next. And this one, I wanted to put this one down here. So let me put some adhesive here, and let me just put this on first. This one's going to come out to the edge like that. And up here. Sometimes I'm directionally challenged, so I actually have to flip it. And then we're going to put the other one right up here. I was in camera view. Sorry about that. That way we've got our banner cuts coming out of this particular mat. And this one is going to, this one's going to go right here. Okay. I wanted to repeat the designer series paper that I had on page 1, but I wanted to balance it out. So I've got a much smaller piece of this plaid that I cut, and this one is 3 3/4 by 5 1/4. It's kind of an odd piece, but you can either use it as just a general mat, or you can mat a photo on it. I felt so bad about covering up the back of this though, but the plaid is equally cute. Like, look, literally, this is one side of the designer series paper. It has all these, different color fish. And one of these, I believe it's that size right there, is a die cut. And then the flip side is the plaid. So I'm like, it's always a struggle, right? But we're going to put this piece down next. And we're going to put this right here. I'm trying to center it in this one right here. And that one's just going to go straight down. Okay. But I also wanted to show the other side. So I've got another piece that's a lot smaller so that we can see more of the plaid around it. And this one's going to be 3 by 4. Okay. This one, we're going to go ahead and pop this one up on dimensionals. So let's get this one up. And then I've got I wanted to work with the die cuts, but then I decided, now I'm just going to use the fish from the designer series paper. So we're going to go ahead and center this though. We're going to center this. You can actually put it anywhere you want to put it. I'm just a stickler for centering things. I'm just not a stickler for like making sure things are straight because I eyeball it, right? All right, so I went ahead and manually cut out 3 of these fish. I'm not a fish person, so don't ask me what they are, but they're cute. To me, they're cute. They're cute and colorful. Okay, so this little bee guy right here, we'll put him down here just so we can help decorate this bottom little corner. And then these larger ones, I'm only going to use one big one. We're going to put this one, up here, right here in this little spot, because he's facing that way. And then I wanted another one to be facing that way. So we're going to get a dimensional on him. And he's going to go right here. We're going to have fill up that little spot. And I forgot my rustic metallic adhesive back dots. Let me see if I can grab them really quick. Good. I found them really, really quick, you guys. All right. Let me get these ready. I knew I was missing something. All right. So I got those ready. All right. So here was my dilemma, you guys. Let me go ahead and put these on and I'll tell you my dilemma. So I wanted to use the typeset alphabet like I did on page 1 where it showed dad. And yeah. Let me put one there. But I want to show you what I did. I did do all of them because I wanted this page to say Father's Day 2023. And I started laying it out and I was like, I don't like it. I don't like it. The letters, and I want to show you, the letters were just way too, let's use I probably should have done it the opposite way, but that's okay. Let me use a small, let me use a small one. I'll just put it right there, even though it extends out a little bit, that's okay. So this is what I'm going to do. And this is where I was like, I didn't print anything. I had a loose hair. I don't know if y'all can see that. I think it's attached to the back. It's attached to the back of this. Okay, so oh my gosh, you guys, let me see if I can explain this. There is a hair attached to that. Y'all, I know y'all probably can't see that, but I swear there's one there. There we go. Now it's stuck to my finger. Come on now. Okay. So let me show you. I tried all kinds of different ways. I know it probably will work. Now, when I did these letters, I did use our adhesive foam sheets and the typeset alphabet dies. And I have all of the, let me show you because they're all starting to stick together here. I even have the apostrophe, you guys. I even did the apostrophe. Y'all can see how big these letters are. Okay, so when I started, trying to put these letters down, I'm going to just kind of put them out here so you can see what I'm talking about. I tried my best to put these out. I'm just going to put them out here. Anyway, y'all can see. Y'all see how big this is. These are like in no particular order, and I don't even know where my two P's are. Something happened to my two P's. There's my D. I'm sure it's stuck to something, and then there's my apostrophe. All right, so y'all see how big these letters are. It will work, okay? It will work, and it'll look okay if you don't use these mats, because these letters are way too big, at least for my layout. Like, these letters are perfect size. Don't get me wrong. These letters are perfect size for scrapbooking because they're large and you can cover a lot on your layout. But for this layout that I'm doing, I just wasn't too crazy about all these letters. So we're going to take all these letters away. And what I'm going to do is I'm still going to leave 2023 on here because my afterthought, the other one that I could have used was the alphabet if I wanted to, but to me, this type didn't go with the typeset type, if that makes sense, as far as like the font, the type of the font. So I didn't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm still going to leave 2023 on here. And I don't know. Now I'm having second thoughts now. I don't know what I want to do. So I think what I'll do, my original thought was to have to literally print something in like a similar font that's much smaller and just put it, it would be printed on very vanilla cardstock and just put it across here. Maybe have Father's Day like in like some kind of a cursive font, something different. And then have 2023. But I don't know. I didn't print something before I started pre-recording this, so I'm going to leave it up to you guys. But I am going to go ahead and put these down. So we're going to put these down right here. And I think later what I'll do is still go ahead and print something. Now, on page 1, if y'all remember page 1, I took my Mossy Meadow blend and I colored around the edge. That was another thing that turned me off. Once I saw all the letters that needed to be inked up, I was like, Barbara, I had to ask myself, what were you thinking? What were you thinking? That's a lot of coloring. And so I decided I'm not gonna do it. But I am gonna put the year down. These are very easy to remove if you don't want the year on there. Of course, if you're replicating this layout, you can do whatever you want. You can throw a picture on there if you want, or you can throw another very vanilla mat that's about another ½ inch smaller than that and do some journaling on that one. I just wasn't going to color all the edges of those. And I'm like, no, we're not doing that, Barbara. So I tried. I really did. I tried. Yeah, this video would not have been 30 minutes. I'll tell you that right now. But anyway, there is, that one looks a little crooked. That one looks a little crooked. Not crooked, just, uh-oh, there we go. It just looked a little lower than the others. Now I don't even know if it looks lower or higher. But anyway, I'm gonna leave it alone because y'all know if I start fooling with stuff, I'm gonna mess it up. But anyway, there is a layout number 53, page number 2, using the actually I think it's called Gone Fishing, not Let's Go Fishing. Let me double check. No, it's Let's Go Fishing. It's Let's Go Fishing Designer Series paper that's currently on sale. Now let me pull this up a little bit. And oops, I didn't mean to. There we go. So, because what I want to do is I want to bring back page number 1 so we can put these side by side. And let's adjust. Thank you all for joining me this morning. And I really do hope that you liked last week, well, the layout number 52, and then of course this is layout number 53. I'm trying to get these straight. I should be looking down instead of at my, and then I'm trying to get the whole thing straight in my camera. Y'all get what I'm trying to do. Anyway, there is the second masculine layout, and hopefully now y'all see how I was trying to balance these pages as far as these letters and the designer series papers. So yeah, something needs to be right here that says Father's Day. Now in the stamp set, the Gone Fishing stamp set, there is this one that we could use. Let me see. I got 20, it says 26 minutes. Let's see. I'll know what I'm about to do. We're going to mount this and we're just going to do it. I'm going to do this real quick. I just happen to have a piece of, okay, that's the perfect size. This was the afterthought, you guys, so bear with me. Let's trim this down. Let's trim this down to about, let me start with an inch. I'm going to do an inch. Oops. But it means for it, I want to cut it, Barbara. Now bear with me, okay? We're gonna stick it right there. I think that's small enough. And what we're gonna do, let me use early espresso. Let's stay with the same color, and that'll really stick out. So this is this little technique that we're gonna use with our brush tip end of our Stampin' Up marker. And let me get my foam mat out so I can stamp it. Oh, I hate when I second guess myself. I don't second guess myself. I just had an idea, right? But this also shows you a technique. I've showed this before, but what we're going to do with our Stampin' Up marker is I'm coloring just the part that says Father's Day, right? I'm improvising here, you guys. And I'm trying not to get the tip of those 2 P's because those ran into the bottom. And I'm doing it sideways. You don't want to press down on it. You don't want to ruin the tip of your Stampin' Up marker. And y'all may not be able to see that. Let me bring this up a little bit. Y'all can see it. Father's Day on the bottom is darkening up. I'm probably going to get part of the P at the top, but I'm going to see if I can look at it a little closer because I'm doing this a little bit further away from me. And I just felt something go across my, oh my God, I felt something go across the bottom of my foot. And I don't think the kittens got out. I haven't let anybody out this morning. And I don't see any other cats around. That was kind of creepy. I was like, what in the world? All right. I might have gotten a little bit of the pee on there, but I cannot see for the life of me, you guys, the tip of the P, and I don't want to mess up the R. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to do it. But after you do that, you want to give it a little bit of huff. I think I just went too far. I think I got some on my lip, y'all. I brought it too close to my mouth when I huffed. Y'all, I cracked myself up. I totally feel something on my bottom lip. So I now have some early espresso ink on the bottom of my lip. All right, let me try to huff this, but at a distance. But I still kind of, and what it does is it re-inks. It re-inks the, there we go. It re-inks it because it will dry. Now that's a little bit lower than I wanted it to be because the tip of my Y got cut off just a little bit, but I'm not going to do that again because who knows what I'll get on my lips the second time around. So let me bring these back, and then we're going to do a drawing, and then, oh, they did get out. It was the small babies. Well, I don't know how they broke out, but they broke out. These little girls broke out. All right, we're going to put this up on dimensionals too and put 2 of them. I just didn't hear them. So that the cardboard thing that's going across the door that keeps them in, they figured out either how to pull it or push it. Or if Mikey went and used the restroom last, he didn't put it back the way I had it, so they couldn't get out. All right, so y'all see what I'm trying to do. There we go. I just took the bottom of that stamp, inked it up, threw it on a little piece of some very vanilla cardstock, and now I'm happy. And I did get a little bit of it, but that's okay. And if you want, you can dress it. Let's go ahead and dress it up. Let's dress up each side with another. We'll use the big ones. We'll put one right there, and then we'll put another one right there. They're messing with Archie, so I don't know if y'all hear Archie meowing. They want to play. It's early in the morning. They want to play. But anyway, all right. There you go. So that was kind of a last minute afterthought, and I don't want that stuck to that. But anyway, I hope you enjoy the layout. Let's get a drawing out of the way. Let me present my screen. I showed y'all what we're going to be giving away, the Twisted Rope 3D embossing folder. Let me do some shuffling. Oh, they're chasing him up the stairs now. Anyway, this is last week's video. So if you liked, commented, or shared, your name's on the wheel, whether you were watching from Facebook or YouTube. And I appreciate all the shares. If you've noticed, we started having some new people in chat and new people liking our videos. And so that's always nice to see some fresh new faces. And I love to see where people are from. So every time you come on, if you're new to the video, I want to welcome you, but also tell us where you're from. All right, so I think that's good. And let's spin. Gonna be. Uh-oh. So I'm gonna redraw because I'm gonna tell you why. Y'all don't think I'm being mean. Sandra is my mother-in-law. Sandra does not like she sends cards and stuff, but she has no use for this Twisted Rope 3D embossing folder. Like literally she would be like, what do I need to do with this? So what I'm going to do is, because I know she likes to send cards out and I know her personally, I'm going to send her a set of some cards, some different cards. So, Sandy, if you're watching, you did win, but I know you have no use for this Twisted Rope 3D embossing folder. So we're going to redraw, and I will send you some cards in the mail, some already handmade cards, personally made by me. So Let me shuffle. Let's shuffle a couple of more times. We're gonna play. Oh, let's do it. There we go. I think we have a winner that will enjoy the Twisted 3D rope and bossy folder. Congratulations, Cindy. I do have your mailing address, so your prize will be in the mail later today. And let me get back into StreamYard, and we're at 35 minutes, so I'm going to wrap this up. I hope you enjoyed the layout. Sorry about my little last minute improvision there. Congratulations, Cindy, and congratulations, Sandy. So y'all have a great day wherever you're at. If you're in Texas, you know it's hot. Make sure to check on your elderly neighbors and their pets. Make sure they're hydrated and make sure they're staying cool. But other than that, we'll see you all Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right. And y'all can see the sun already peeking through the blind. So yeah, it'll be a nice hot day here. But anyway, y'all have a great day. Bye.